everybody, welcome to Thursday train time. How's everyone this week? It's a little bit brighter outside, it's just got dark, so the bright evenings are coming in. We've had some fantastic weather here in Donegal today, got up to a high of 18 degrees, so it was lovely and warm outside today. Hi to anybody who's watching us on replay. I hope everyone's keeping well out there. I'll get over to the chat now, see who's in tonight. Let's go back. I think Digger was the first one I'd seen come in there. And Tom was in as well. How you doing, Tom and Digger? We got Brian from Junction Central Railway. Good evening. How are you doing? John and Holly, Summer Breeze Model Railway. Good evening, guys. Brian Madden. Good evening. I think Kev's in there as well. How are you doing, Kev? Hi, Mark. Hope you're well. The other side of our dahi. What a gorgeous day today. It certainly was. It was a lovely day. Sun was out. It was lovely and warm. A fine, warm car day, as we say here in Donegal. Maura King's in as well. How was the weather down in Kerry? Down in the Kingdom? Simon Trains Model Railway. Since when has Donegal had a trailer? I put that up today, recorded it this morning. What do you guys think? I thought it'd be an introduction to anybody who comes across the live stream, know what it's about. I also updated my trailer on my homepage on YouTube on Donegal. I've updated that now because that trailer was on there for, I think, 5 years. So I've brought it up to date a little bit. So if you get a chance, go and check that out. Who else we got in? Flymo's in. Good evening, Flymo. Colin Edwards, 9874. Good evening, Colin. How you doing? Brian, Mr. Bling, Mr. Bling, Mr. Bling. Who else we got? Joshua's in. Joshua W56 Gaming. Good evening, Joshua. How you doing? Sorry if I missed some of you, but the comments would only go back so far. So anybody who's come in, hello, welcome. Bell Curve Junction. Scott. Good evening, Scott. How you doing? Well, Simon's on holiday to the 1st of April. Ooh, very nice. Let's see, everyone saying hello to everyone. Simon, trains on a summer breeze when I went to the hospital about my ear. Can't do anything at the moment as it's infected. Gave me eardrops. I have to go back in 3 to 4 weeks' time. Oh well, good luck with that, Simon. Alan White's in. Good evening, Alan. How are you doing? Morris is absolutely beautiful today. Excellent. Tom says, huddling by the fire now. Yes, as soon as that sun went down, it started to get cold. We have put the heating on and I have lit the fire. Young lad is just back in through the door from GAA training. So he's going to be into the shower, warm up in front of the fire, and then he'll be going to bed because he had a late night last night and he's been playing football all day. John Holly, Summer Breeze, hope the eardrops help make it less painful for you, Simon. Yeah, I get trouble with the old ears sometimes as well. When I was a teenager, they told me I had the ears of a 70-year-old. Not hearing level, but wax level. So I'm constantly putting drops in to keep my ears clear. I used to have to get them syringed all the time. It was amazing. Once you get them syringed, you come out and you're like, I can hear all these little subtle noises I couldn't hear before. Anyway, enough of that. It's going to be a bit disgusting. Flymo, no antibiotics, Simon? Or are the eardrops antibiotic type? Balmy 16 degrees here in Donegal. It was 18 here in Donegal town when I went out in the car earlier on. Jerry Beaver, good evening, Jerry. How you doing? How you doing down in Cavan in the Midlands? Hope you had a good day as well. Ivo Van Zon's in. Good evening, Ivo. Oh, Prince Alone's in as well. Good evening. The Growler Blackwood Engage, Ewan, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Oh, and it is the antibiotic types. Very good. 18 degrees in Kerry today. Oh. The same here today, so nice. It really lifts the spirits when you have a nice sunny day like that, the blue sky, not a cloud in sight, and just be able to, because I was in the house doing some work, and I was, it's not that warm, to actually step outside and feel the warmth, and it was like, oh, it's actually a nice day out here. Hot Dog Pilot Andy, good evening, Andy. How are you doing? And for Energy Central, there's the link to the train set shop. Don't forget, the unofficial sponsor. Let's put this down to the 4 screens. So there we go. Bottom right, top sponsor of the Thursday Livestream. The train set shop, do check them out. Before I forget, OMA show was on this weekend, so anybody in Northern Ireland or thereabouts wants to go to a show, it's on I think 10 to 4 or 5 in the Methodist Church Hall in OMA. It's on this Saturday, so go and check it out. I'm going up there. I'll probably be there in the morning for a couple of hours because it's also my missus' birthday on Saturday as well. She'll be 21 again, so I can only get away for a few hours. And then don't forget as well, then the following weekend is the show up in Bangor. That's over 2 days. That will be in the Boys Grammar School up in Bangor on the Saturday and the Sunday. So check that out. That's the North Down Model Society, so check them out, North Down Model Railway Society. I don't know, Flymo, if you can put up links to those two clubs. It's the Earn Model Railway Club, which is this weekend in Omagh, and then we have the North Down Model Railway Society show the following weekend in Bangor, Northern Ireland. Also, next week, I was chatting to Grace from RGJ Trains today. They got a problem with their shifts at the moment, so next Thursday I'm going to do from 7 to 8, and then RGJ Trains will be coming in after me on Thursday evening. So you get a double dose next Thursday. Well, we say 8, but we know what Grace is like, so it might be on to half 8. Basically, I'll be doing 7 to 8, and then whenever they're ready, we'll switch over to them. Do I see anybody else in? Nick Cook 7200. Good evening. Welcome to the stream. Anybody got any questions? I think do pop them into the chat. I'll see if I can answer them. Darren Faulkner's in as well. Good evening, sir. How are you doing? Long time no see. And to all those lurkers out there, hello. You're welcome. Do pop into the chat, say hello, tell us a bit about yourself, what you're modelling, or if indeed you are modelling anything. And anybody, I know there's a few out there who are not 100% and probably just watching and can't comment, but you know, I know who you are. Get well soon. So Mark, what colour are you wearing on Saturday? Green or red? See now, the model club has a green shirt. The museum has a red shirt, but I think if I turned up in a green shirt, nobody would recognise me. Everyone sees the red jacket coming and go, oh, there's Donegal Dad. To be fair, most people do call me Mark, they do know my name. John Holly, Summer Breeze Model Railway said, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, support Mark by sharing the stream if you can, that'd be great. Hit the thumbs up, really helps guys. Share the stream as well. If you've got any questions or comments, as I say, keep putting them into the chat. If I miss them, just put them in again. I don't tend to ignore questions, it's just sometimes the chat whizzes through and I don't see them. Subscribe if you're new here as well. Flymo, I was cursed with earache when I was a nipper. Oh. I was cursed with tonsillitis when I was younger. I had them out when I was about 12. Totally changed my health from then on. We can do disgusting, Mark. Mark, are you exhibiting on Saturday in Omagh? No, I was going to, hoping to take this section here, but I just haven't got it into a state that it's displayable. You might notice the different colour here. I couldn't find my matte varnish because I put matte varnish on here to seal it up before I start doing the water, and I couldn't find it, so I had to go to the hardware store. Basically, I was trying to find the cheapest matte varnish I could get, and I had to settle for Ronseal interior varnish, and it's actually got a colour in it, so it's walnut, which is why you can see it's a different colour, and I could only get satin. I couldn't get matte, so we'll see how that goes. I'll be doing the water now and that over the couple of weeks. I'm going to give it another couple of coats just to make sure it's really sealed in. Well, Simon says it did 20 degrees yesterday in Staffordshire. Oh, very good. Oh, Rail Videos NI. Good evening, Matthew. How are you doing? Hope you're keeping well, mate. Are you going to be in Oma on Saturday for the Earn show? I guess if you're not there, I'll run into you in Bangor the weekend after, unless you're working up in Whitehead. Flymer says, odds are on red, Brian. Yeah, I think you're a pretty safe bet. If I was exhibiting under the Donegal Model Railway, then I'd probably wear two. When I'm filming, red, strip it off, onto the green. Ryan, I'll be wearing the green polo, be there for 10. I'm hoping to get there for 10. As I say, it's the missus' birthday, so I might be a little bit later. Sure sign of a good day here. Both myself and the neighbour out weeding and cutting grass. From 8 o'clock this morning, there was lawnmowers and strimmers and chainsaws and everything going outside. Stepped out of the door at 8 o'clock this morning, all the neighbours, I could hear all sorts of buzzing. And Flammo, I thought he might go with the green. Brian will be in the green as well. Oh. Simon's, I'll be at Ali Pally this Saturday, Model Rail Scotland a week later. Yeah, see, I was hoping to go to Model Rail Scotland this year. But as it happens, because he moved into the end of March, that clashes with the Bangor show. And seeing I go to the Bangor show every year and support it and do a video on it and everything, I thought I'd keep going to the Bangor show. So, as I say, for the last 3 years, I'm going to try and get to Glasgow next year. Rails Unlimited, that's Eli. I did actually, he had an Azuma that wasn't working, dropped it into the museum, I picked it up last weekend, had a look at it, turned out a wire had come off the motor, the black wire, just soldered it back on, it's working. So you're very welcome, Eli. It runs better than it usually ran. Well, I give it a little clean and everything. I didn't actually show that in the video. So I do have that video, as you say, in the can. So I might release that this week. But I'm trying to get the video done on this house here with my little tub of LEDs, the lighting on that. I'm trying to get that done and completed. If I don't get that done, that'll be next week's video. And I'll put out the Azuma repair as this week's video. May not be around next week as I'll be in Scotland. Ooh. RGJ Trains, evening, you sexy bunch of peeps. How you doing, guys? Hope you're keeping well. Seen those photos of you out enjoying the sunshine today. There's the link for the North Down Model Railway Society. Thank you, Flymo. So if you wear green, would that be Lost Willy Dad Rail? Oh, let's see what you did there, Simon, yeah. Rail Videos and I will be at the Bangor show myself on the Saturday as I'm helping to man the Whitehead Rail Museum information stand. So if anyone is looking at info about our museum, feel free to pop around and see us. Well, Matthew, if you or somebody else on your stand wants to do a little interview while I'm up there filming, I can certainly do that and then push it out on my channel. Tom said, I had an inner ear infection in November, been deaf in one ear ever since. Really? Oh. Brian, what did Tom say? Is that the side your other half sits on from Jerry VVR? There's the Earn Model Club Facebook page. Thank you, Flymo. Tom says, I did 5 barrow loads of weeds and moss. Wow. Timber Surf's in the house. Good evening, Timber. How are you doing? Yeah, it's great when it was a fix like that because I tested it and I thought this is either the motor is gone, which it was brand new, only had a couple of months. So I thought if it's the motor's gone, you can send it back to Hornby and they'll fix that under guarantee. But my suspicion was it's either the motor or a wire's come off. And for some reason, the way they build those motors now and put them in, whatever way they are, whether they don't solder them or properly, always one wire seems to come off. I've had that a few times now, and sure enough, that's what it was. It's the black wire, come off the motor, solder it back on, worked good as new. Place is a hole right now. Had a major shift around on the desk. Sister bought me and Grace a new printer, so that's caused the change. Now printing a double tunnel portal. Oh, very nice. And there's Matthew's put up the link for Steam Trains Ireland. John and Holly, Summer Breeze Model Railway. We had new bins and caddy delivered for the new recycling taking place from April, so had to read up about what goes in which bin. Yeah. See, now we only have 2 bins here. We have a black bin and we have a green bin for recycling. So basically all the recycling stuff goes in there. You can't put glass in it, so you have to still take your glass to the bottle bank. But then the plastic bottles now have an R on them. So if you get your drinks bottle like this, which is what I'm drinking tonight, the old lemon and lime, you see that little R on there? That means there's a deposit on it, so you take it back and get your 15-cent back. Which, I don't know why they did that, because everybody just took them and threw them in their recycling. Now you've got another tub I've got to keep in the kitchen to put those in to take them to be recycled. It's a pain. And don't get me started on the tops that I've got the little bit keeping them on all the time. That's such a pain as well. Anyway. Union the Growler, Blackwood Engage, watching from the shed while installing Heathcoast electronics boards for controlling signals. Disaster the other night, drilled right through the track. Oh, I thought you were going to say you drilled right through your hand, but the track's still not good. Are you doing a video on that, Ewan, or have you already done one and I've missed it? Because I'd love to, because I've read up on those and I've seen a couple of videos, but it would be good to see what you thought of them. Moneybrook Junction, Mark and Lisa, good evening. How you doing, guys? Everyone saying hello to everyone. Again, if I've missed anyone in the chat and I haven't said hello to you, I'm sorry, but do say hello again, because sometimes the chat just shoots off by itself. Summer Church Model Railway, to Rail Videos NI, Matthew, will you be at the Dublin show in October? He usually does make an appearance, so you usually do see him there. Did you see a very good video on Uva Rail on Paddy Murphy? What a loss. Yes, I did see that, and I did comment on it. Eugene done a good job there on the story of Paddy Murphy and everything. It was a fitting tribute to him. So you see, I'm still running the Irish trains that I ran as a tribute to when he passed away, and I thought, well, I got to keep them running because it was St. Patrick's Day the other day, on the Tuesday. So we're still carrying the Irish theme going forward here. Brian from Central, hit that like button. Yes, please do. Matthew said I could probably do a bit for your video, Mark. That'd be great if you could. And he also says, I'm not sure, but I would like to do that show as I haven't been to it. And RGJ Train says, oh, good. Here, guys, thanks for asking. Hope everyone is keeping okay. Revenues and I'm planning to come over in October, but we'll be doing the Monday. Yes, I'm going to take him, go around on some of the trains with him and make sure he pronounces everything right this time. Only joking, Simon. Summer Breeze Model Railway, looking forward to resuming work on the layout as it's been a very busy 3 months at work, so I've been tired to work on the layout lately. Yeah, it's good to get stuck into things. Like I have been doing bits and pieces on this layout here, but not enough to do a video on, and nothing that you would actually notice. You know, when you're doing it, like fixing little bits of track, doing little bits of wiring, sorting out some walls for the embankments and the bridges and stuff. Yeah, so it'll probably, those sort of things I'll do in like an update video. Herman's around, Pete. Good evening, Pete. How are you doing? Sponsored by Lemon and Lime Spring Water Fresh from the last time an animal weeded it. Yes, this is the old little lemon and lime sparkling council pop. And let me just take a swig and wet the old whistle. See, I'm doing good. I'm trying to cut down my sugar. It went out the window on Tuesday. Drank far too much Dr. Pepper Tuesday. And then I didn't even have one alcoholic drink on Tuesday. Just didn't get time. Because I help out with actually organising the parade and everything. I was down there in the morning helping set up some of the barriers and the lorry and things like that. Then I filmed the parade. And then I came straight home, edited it, and got the film right up, which is, if you're interested, that video is on Donegal Dad's Day Out. Maybe Flymer or someone put the link to that video in. So if you want to watch the parade, the video is like 50 minutes long, but if you watch, it's basically the parade goes around twice. So if you watch half of it, you'll see the parade. Where are we? On chat. Let's everyone say hello to everyone. John Hoy said, yes, it felt like a spring today, Mark. Lisa, and hopefully a sign of things to come. Yes, it was a lovely spring day here in Donegal as well. Wolfsack CNX, good evening. How are you doing? Hi, HHA Express, good evening. Hi, how are you doing? Mark, I've done a video in the past about them. They're brilliant. Just feed the board with a 12 volt, connect the signal wires to the board and put the influencer between the sleepers. Right, okay, sounds simple enough. Don't get me started on pronouncing things. Had loads of comments from the latest video about mispronouncing things. Someone thought I wasn't English. Oh dear. Canadian Locomotive Logistics, good evening. How are you doing? Oh, Charlie Particle Station's in as well? Was that a multicultural parade like the one in Galway? Was that the one of the parades was a bit controversial because they had something about the Epstein files in there, and it wasn't in the best possible taste. Rowan, we did a tribute to the late Paddy Murphy during our last outing with number 171. Paddy was a Dublin GAA fan, so as we passed Crow Park, we did a whistle salute right past the stadium. Yeah, I did see that and hear about that. Very well done, guys. Like Paddy Murphy, like got his locos going around here. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have these wonderful locos that he got made off our model railway or our railways here in Ireland. And also he helped a Curascal get off and let them know about how things worked and everything. We wouldn't have some of the brilliant Curascal models we have, like the class 37s I have up here. Hello Charlie, happy birthday to you. Oh, is it Charlie's birthday? Happy birthday. It was great to see the idea of armoured cars, impressive, and emergency services partaking in the parade. Yes, well, Jonathan Kennedy, one of the main organisers of the parade, he's actually a paramedic. So he gets the ambulance in there as well. Of course, you have the Gardaí leading the parade, and we had the fire brigade in there as well, and we had the armed forces. So it was good. It was a good parade. It's good to see that like. It's been years since the army was in the parade. They used to be in it every year when I was growing up, but yeah. But I think it's because one of the lads in one of the vehicles is actually from Donegal town. So John Holly, we've been using someone from the Philippines to write product descriptions for our products we sell. It's quite embarrassing how she is better English than most English speakers. Oh yeah, Charlie's 21 again. It was a fine time to get the Irish locos in model form, so hats off to the man. Yes, indeed. Is there a rhyme or reason to the class number of a locomotive? I don't quite understand the numbering system. I know that you have the old whole top system in the UK, where basically the current locos, if you look at the number, the first 2 or 3 digits are the class, and then it's the number of it. Before that, who decided that a class 37 was a class 37? Was it the manufacturer and it was the next number and they said, right, this is a class 37? Is there something else to that? Is there a video out there that points to it as to why? Matthew from Rail Videos and if anyone is around the Dublin-Rosslare line next Sunday, keep an eye out for our train as we are running to Rosslare Europort and back with the beautiful 171 Steve Gillen. Oh, very good. Particle stage Mark, I was hoping Flymo wasn't going to post that. Well, happy birthday, Charlie. Simon says, I've seen the videos on 171, sounded wonderful. Ivo says the German one is quite easy. She is a beautiful loco and is performing very well after a restoration. Good to hear. My wife showed me an event at Locomotion in June. Problem is my British passport has expired and it is complicated. Can't you just renew that online now and get it posted to you? Or have they made it more difficult to sort a passport out now? Brian, how young are you now, Charlie? Simon Trains Model Railway, you better answer the tops question. There you go, Simon. Over to you. Oh, I believe I've caught up with the chat. We've showing 42 people in at the moment. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here. And now I've caught up with the chat. It's the time to put in any questions you have. And while there's a little pause, I will wet the old whistle again. Oh, what's I saying about these tops? So, anybody who's new here, I'll just go over my layout here. It's a 6 by 10 foot layout. It's made up of 5 modules, each 6 foot by 2 foot. So one there, one there, one there, one there, and then one in the middle. It's 00 gauge, DCC controlled, and it's got a circuit of 009 with the Donegal rail cars on it, which I realised I haven't actually switched on. It is not running at the moment. Oh no, it is on. It's just stopped. Is that not working? Oh, no, I didn't switch it on. The direction wasn't flicked. Catch up with this, Mark. Mark DD is supported by the train set shop. Yes, indeed. Bottom right-hand corner there. I say, the unofficial sponsor. I didn't even get that mug for free. I had to pay for that. Alan White, hi Mark. For your new CP operated layout, have you considered the ECOS system? Expensive but complete. No, I'm going to go down the iTrains and Yamok, is it? Yet another model railway company, which is basically the DigiKeys. At the moment I'm controlling it with the Gauge Master Prodigy Advance, and I must say I love this unit. I think it works really well. I have the Wi-Fi module here, so I can use my tablet to control, and I find that really works really well. I have this connected, I've used JMRI as well, and I've used this to connect to JMRI and control the layout. But I don't like JMRI. It's too clunky and just, so when I'm ready to do a bit more, I'll have the iTrains, download it, have a bit of more of an in-depth play with it, get a trial license on it, and make sure it does exactly what I want to do with it before I pay for it. Simon Model Train Railway, I think it's to do with allocating classes based on power, transmission, and technical similarities. Rightio. Andy Hot Tub Pilot is supported by his trust. I just found out that my HO scale is the same gauge as 00 for you. Yes, HO and 00 use the same gauge tracks, 16.5 mils, I think it is. But the scale is different. HO is 1 to 87, and 00 is 1 to 76.2, if you want to be exact. There's a link for the train set shop. Do check them out. Brian does a great job there selling bits and pieces. I got a load of coaches off them there a while ago. Came through, box, perfect condition. So he checks everything before he sells it. It's all good second-hand stuff. So if you're on a budget or you're a young person or whatever and you're starting out, go there, get a couple of decent locos, and you're off to the races. Slaps Brian for charging Mark for a mug. RTJ train, 72 days, 4 hours, 20 seconds. Oh, is that how long it is to Crewe? We are, there's the link from Motherwell Crewe. God, not the hernia playing up, Andy. ESU is compatible with Yamaha modules, right? Okay. Charlie Product, having a Canadian passport, it states I was born in Glasgow. As such, you now need to prove that. There is now a backlog for British renewals. With the new rules, they could deny me entry. Oh, right. That's a bit of a pain. You can get back into your own country of birth. Like I know at the moment, my daughter is trying to get an Irish passport because she was born in Bristol. So she has to prove Irish citizenship through me and my dad. And once before it was you just fill in the form. Now you've got to pay 400 or 500 quid or something to get your Irish citizenship, and then pay another 100 quid for your Irish passport. And they've got a backlog on that because she's still waiting to hear from, and she's put that in back May last year, I think. Because of course, because of Brexit, everybody in the UK who's got Irish ancestry, because if you've got a parent or a grandparent that was Irish, you can get an Irish passport. David Green 8640, good evening, welcome to the stream. Should you try HM 7000? Well, I do have a class 43 that's got the HM 7000 in it. I've messed around with the Bluetooth function and everything on it. And I'm like, it doesn't really affect me because I use DCC anyway and I've got the controller. So it's something and nothing for me, really. I like the idea of the chip that you can just download the different sound files. That's good. But I'm just using it as DCC anyway. Fennerton, all mug sales went towards keeping the postage costs down. I'm only joshing with you, Brian. All right. Oh, there's the link for Donegal Dad Days out. Thank you. You'll find the the parade video on there. I don't think I've posted anything on there since the parade last year when I put the video up. Yeah, I think I've only got 72 subscribers or something on there. Darren at Canadian Locomotive Logistics. Yeah, for me, both gauge is being the same. That means my camera car needs no modifications. Yep. There's the same hassle happening here for the sheep shearers coming from New Zealand, having to get their visas renewed when they had a work pass before. Congratulations to Andy Hot Dog Pilot. Reach over. Oh, you got over 500 subs now, have you, Andy? Well done. Well deserved. Timber, so he sells bits and pieces. I prefer complete locos. Excuse me. Scamden Model Railway. Tim, good evening. Evening, Mark. Have you ever soldered a Stay Alive to a Lucky Sound 5 8-pin decoder? No. No, I haven't. And that sounds like the sort of thing that you need a steady hand for, or else it could go horribly, horribly wrong. Find a taker for all the Model Railway Journal magazines. Oh, excellent. So I know last time you said you had a couple of hundred of them lying around. There's a link for my channel. Thank you, Flymo. Everyone say hello to everyone. So if I sent a camera card to the UK and I have number 5 KD couplers, what's the best way to modify that? What kind of couplers do you guys use? Well, people over here use KD. Most of them are the sort of drop link couplers. Like, I don't know if you're sending over, would it have what they call an M pocket, NEM pocket on it? I'm trying to find something to pick up to show you now. Now you have large D-link like that there. You can see that. So you got that, what they call the drop coupling. That's the large D-link one. Now you have I'll take this loco out and show you one here. So there you have a drop link on there as well, but that's the smaller, more modern version. You see that there? That's the most common one in the UK. But then a lot of people now are, I should lift this up, it's got both on them. This is what I'm converting all mine to, if you can see there. Oh, just lost that Allen key. It's just a magnetic coupling, it's just got a magnet in there. So, I mean, if it has an M pocket on it, then people can just put their own coupling in. I mean, I do have a loco here with a KD coupling on it. But if you are making those camera cars that you can stream from, I would be interested in maybe purchasing one off you. So if while you're sending one over, you could maybe send 2 over. J94, Kieran, good evening, Kieran, how you doing? Charlie said I could get an Irish one. Oh, yeah. Simon Trades Wonder, my older brother renewed his passport online, sent it off, and it only took 2 weeks. He got his new one on yesterday. Oh, very good. There's the Facebook page. If you can click on that and give it a follow, it will be very much appreciated. And there's a link for the Donegal Railway Heritage Centre. Oh, and Timber Sifts there put a link in. I presume that's for all the different couplings there. Thank you, Timber. As Hot Dog Prime says, we have NEM pockets, get some KD 18, 19, 20 and fit one to the UK stock. There we go. Simon says 5 videos you published between the 2 St. Patrick's Days. Oh, did I? I think one of them was a Disney video. Yeah, train set shop, we don't charge people for the PayPal costs. Yeah, as I say, do go check out the train set shop. Brian's got some great stuff on there. It's all been tested, it's all working. And if there's something you want, drop him a line, because he might have it in a box under his layout, because he has a lot of stuff he's yet to put up on the website. So drop him a line. If he knows you're looking for something, he can keep an eye out, and maybe bit of luck, he'll get it for you. Like I mentioned, I wanted some GWR chocolate and cream coaches. Got a message from him, and then I was, 80, 90 quid lighter in my wallet. And that was 88, because it was 8 coaches, and they were 11 quid each. Which for second-hand coaches, the ones I got, really good value. Oh, there's another link there for you, darn it. Canadian Locomotive Logistics from Timbersurf. Silica gel is just silica gel, ain't it? You haven't got to go for a specific brand, do you? It's for the buckets in the Creality CFS. I don't know. I'm not going to say yes or no. I'm sure somebody in the chat. That sounds like a question for Timbersurf, to be honest. For the clock at 1 o'clock. Okay. Particle Station, Charlie. Here's a question for everyone. What category do you use when posting your videos to YouTube? Yeah, that's a good one, because I can never see one that really fits model railways. They don't seem to have a hobbies one. Most European trains come with NEM couplers, so we can put an MKD on most things. Principal, and for anyone interested, I'm in the middle of painting a 009 loco with a brush. Regretting that decision already. Hi says, particularly I use the how-to. I think that's what I put mines under, is how-to. Timbersurf, Canadian Logistics, we have decouplers, large, medium and small. The larger are the older, but the more have NEM pockets, so we can convert. It would help the community if we all use the same category. Yeah, it would. Timbersurf, RGJ Trains. Silica gel is just silica. It goes, yes. See, I knew Timber would have the answer. Flymo, good to hear, sir. Did you get to enjoy the sunshine today? Quite a heady time. Do I get some gardening done, or do I get into the cupboards and get the doors open and air the house? Yeah, that's the thing today. Yeah, open all the windows and doors, air out the house. I'll talk about it, Andy. KD 17, 18, 19, 20 are made for NEM pockets. There we go. Kieran says, I'm okay, thank you, Mark. Hope everyone is well. Yeah, we're all good here. I think we all had a lovely day enjoying the sunshine today. But you know what? I'm going to grab my bottle of water. And I'm going to go over here and sit down for a minute. Well, I went out, ended up in Belfast on Monday, took a sneaky day off with the missus, and I bought a tent. Nice 4-man tent and a camping table. So I'm hoping to use that over the summer, because my 4-man tent has one of the poles is bent and it's gone a bit mouldy and there's a hole in it, so I think it's done its time. I've had it for about 15 years, so it's lasted. UK is pretty standard regarding couplers. Continental Europe is a lot more complicated. RGJ Trains, Timber, just don't want to pay over the odds. Going to print 2 buckets and just use beads. Brian, I sent off for my birthday certificate 3 weeks ago. I'm still waiting for it. Simon Trains Motor Railway, Glasgow Central high level platforms have reopened this week, but it's a partial opening, only platforms 7 to 15. Some services are running and some aren't. Right, okay. I can't believe that fire started in a vape shop, should ban them. Yeah, it's the batteries. Although there was something came out said it was a charger under the desk. I don't believe that myself. It's more likely the batteries, because those, I mean, any fireman will tell you those batteries, you can't put them out. You can stick them in a bucket of water, because they produce their own oxygen. They will just keep burning and burning and burning and burning. There's been a lot of when they've been shipping electrical cars around, you know, the boats that they use for delivering cars to countries and that. One of them catches fire, that's it, you've lost the ship, because you just can't put it out. The normal CO2 system that they have for car fires just doesn't put them out. You just have to abandon ship and it's going to sink. Doing good, just hate painting, yeah. I feel your pain, Chris. It's that strange time of year where a month ago we were clearing 10 foot of snow. It wasn't even a month ago, it was like not 10 foot of snow, but it was a week ago we had a very heavy frost and some snow and ice. I think it was this time last week, wasn't it? Yeah, because I was saying it was snowing outside. KDs are bloody expensive. Yeah, they are. KDs are really expensive. Flymer says, so I'll be in the bad books now, Charlie. Try to again. There's a good few birthdays the past month. Also, this vape shop was owing the council money, I heard. Yeah, you get lots of stories like this. Oh, they owed money, they weren't registered, it was a charger, and it was just some bad luck. I mean, there's a lot of businesses now that they've lost their business, they've lost all their stock. You're just hoping the insurance pays out. At least it ain't a tissue that started the fire. As Brian says, if we don't have it, I can try and find it, as we have contacts to check with. There you go. Rosa, where are all my messages? Oh, I don't know, Eli. Sometimes YouTube can be a bit funny, and you can be putting messages in and they don't appear. I have got this on the live chat, so all messages should be coming through. Oh, I'm showing I got 53 in, so please hit that thumbs up, please, guys. So if you've got any questions, do pop them in the chat and I'll try and get to them. And we've got running tonight, we've got what have I got running? The class 141, pulling a rake of 3 Irish coaches. And we've got the 121 running around singly, and then Donegal Rail Car 18 running around on the top loop on the 009. Going to finish the holiday booking for May. Might be riding a comfort jet, rail jet train as part of the journey. Oh, very nice. Raymond Legs 55508. Good evening, Raymond. How are you doing? Flymo, I might hazard a guess that I'm older than you. Tim says, I wouldn't mind going to Model Rail Scotland. That's on weekend after next. I will be in Bangor, Northern Ireland at the North Down Model Railway Society show, and this Saturday I will be at the Earn Model Railway Society or Club show in Omagh, in the Methodist Church Hall in Omagh on Saturday. Tim says, I don't bother categories, just post them. Oh, and there's Flymo posting Prince Alone painting his 009 locomotive. And Kieran says, I don't use category for any of my videos. Raymond, most of the trains that come with NEM from Europe are from 1980 and later, with the exception of Lima to around 1989. Okay. Did a video from George's trains and the historic layout upstairs. Already over 4,000. Wow. Raymond says, RIBU aftermarket NEM pockets. Yes, I bought some of them off of West Hill Wagon Works. I think I got them. No problem, Chris. A bit of moral support for you. Mark, did it come with Midgie repellent? Had to look it up. How to and style. That's a mix by itself, yeah. Kieran says, I didn't know Scott Rail were getting some of the EMR Meridian Class 222s until earlier on. Oh. There's George's train videos from Charlie at Particle Station. There's the link for Flymo. Welcome to Net Zero. It was only announced today, but it was rumoured for a while. Oh. Did I see something about possibly Lumo may get one or two? Ooh. The midgies, Charlie, they'll be along anytime. Saw Big Red Admiral Butterfly today. Yeah, this time of year now where it's cold and even that, you've got, if it's sunny, you can get out and enjoy it, because in a month or two, when the midgies are out, yeah, I cannot step outside. It's not too bad here, but you go out the road a bit to the countryside in the evenings, if it's a still evening, you can't go out. You're just eaten alive. Tom, I think I saw a swallow today. Surely not. It's a bit too early. They don't usually arrive here to at least end of April, May. Charlie Particle Station, there was a 5,000 square foot mansion went up in flames due to a battery fire in the garage. Wow. David Green, Greta Thunberg will have something to say about this weather. Has anyone joined the newest model railway media platform dedicated to model railways? Is that the one where, was it a Dutch guy or someone set it up, I think? Is it like Facebook, but for model trains? I haven't touched Greta with here. Kieran says, it's going to be strange not seeing the Meridians at Nottingham when that happens. Then again, said about the 156. Oh, where's Andrew mentioning 156? Where is he? I haven't seen him yet this evening. Yeah, asked, should you try I thought I did answer that, the HM7000, because I said I have it in my class 43. And I've messed around with the Bluetooth on it, but I don't need to use it because I use DCC. But I can see how it'd be useful for people who don't have DCCC and they want to control their trains a bit more using the Bluetooth on their phone. And the one thing I do like about it is you can download different sound files, so you can use that chip in something else. Not that it's easy to swap chips around, but Kieran, as my friend G Loves Train says, Turbostar Central at Nottingham. Greta Thunberg calls global warning. Whoa, let's not go into this. Controversial. Where did you get the rail cars in 009? Are they kits? Are they self-built, or are they models repainted? They are 3D printed kits that you can get from the 009 Society. I know the gentleman who designed them and made them, and basically they're the ones that were photographed for the website, and he was, because he just produced them, he doesn't model Donegal, so he sold them to me. So I've got Railcar 18, you can see whizzing around. I've also got Railcar 10 and Railcar 4. Yeah, all that hot air. Top right hand camera shows a bend on the branch line on camera. It looks very kinked. Is it like that in real life? Yeah, people have mentioned that before. It does look very kinked on camera, but it's not actually kinked at all. For some reason, the way that lens is, it does look, because you're looking at the one on the right where the orange loco is sat on the board between the two of them. Yeah, it's not actually that kinked. I know I'm not the best at track laying, but Kieran, I can't disagree. It's full of Class 170s. Timber Surf, yes, I am on all forums and this new one. I'm not on TikTok and the like, just Facebook. This forum like RM Web. Still lagging. No rivet counters yet. Kieran says, Simon, last time I went to Nottingham, there was more Class 170s there. Now it's like striking gold if you see a Class 158. Timber Surf, Dutch guy, yes, Mark, yeah, it's the one with the Dutch, yeah. When that first came out, I did join it. I think I've got profile on there as Donegal Dad, and to be honest, I don't think I've gone near it since. There's the link. Oh, was that on my Methodist Church Hall event? Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, where was I? Simon says, to Kieran, the Class 158 are still in use on Liverpool to Norwich services. I think they're also do the Mattock to Creethorpe, and I think Leicester to Nottingham. I quite like the 158s, because I remember when I first moved to Bristol, I was at school, and it was the main line ran to the school, sitting in maths class. I used to sit there and watch the 158s trundling up and down, and I've got a 156 here, but I would like to get a 158. It's the Hornby one, which is basically the old Lima one. I think Andrew is in Malag, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yes, he did say he was going somewhere, didn't he? David Green, what do you think of Hornby's new Deltic? I was watching Craig on Iron Horse Railways last night as he was doing a live review of it. It does look quite nice. Like he did say the horn was like a kazoo, which from what I heard, I have to agree with him, it didn't sound the best, but he was quite taken with it. I haven't actually seen it in the flesh myself, but he seemed to think it was a good model, and he did have an Acura Scale 55 Deltic, so, and he thought it was worth it. As Kieran says, the sprinters are probably hiding from me. I'll see if I can whiz through this chat now. Where are we? Charlie Particles just around. Been suffering from a sinus infection, exhausted from all the coughing, but on the mend. Trying to tidy up the layout and get organised and get something new out. Well, get well soon, Charlie. It can't be nice, and it's your birthday and all. William Colonna 3988. Hello from New York. I love this live stream. Too bad I know nothing about European railroads. Happy belated St. Paddy's Day to you. Thank you very much, William. You're very welcome. Well, this is a 00 gauge layout run using DCC with a section of 009 on the top running Donegal rail cars, which was an original 3-foot narrow gauge system that ran in County Donegal in northwest Ireland. And I say the 00 gauge at the moment is running some Irish trains, which are all General Motors, I believe. Were they General Motors? I think they were. General Electric. General Electric. And I also run UK stuff on here, so if you've got any questions, just pop them in the chat and we'll do our best to answer them. As Flymer says, good afternoon to you in New York. Yes, it would be afternoon with you at the moment, wouldn't it, William? Or are you at the moment 4 hours behind? So it would be 4:30 in New York. J94, Kieran. Every train on the Robin Hood line now is a Class 170, apart from the odd sprinter during the week. When I don't notice, I know there was one on the week. I heard its horn. Oh God. Sorry, guys. My throat's going. See, this is what happens when I don't drink Dr. Pepper. My voice goes. Oh, excuse me. Timber Surf, in fairness, none of us except Hot Dog Pilot know anything about North American railroads, which is very true, yeah. I don't know anything about North American railroads. I don't know anything about railroads that are outside of the UK and Ireland, to be honest. Has anyone sold locos to TMC before? No, I haven't. And I think if I was ever going to sell a loco, I would either try and sell it on Facebook, one of the Facebook loco selling pages. eBay would be the second choice, or I'd probably try and sell it on one of my live streams or whatever. But there's a problem. Although it's easy to sell them, you sell it, they give you the cash, no problems. They're then going to resell it to make a profit on it, so you're going to lose money on it. So it's whether you want the ease of transaction and you're prepared not to get full whack for it, or sell it privately. Brian Finnerson, want me to find you a 158? Brian, if you come across a 158 that is DCC ready or DCC fitted, let me know. So if you can find one, let me know. Just don't make it too soon, because I'm pretty broke at the moment. Brian says, I do like the Acura scale Badger. Yes, it does look nice. There's not much between HO and 00 scales. No. Raymond says, I tried to count rivets. Unfortunately, the train went by too fast. Simon says, I filmed a video starting to Robin Hood line back in September. Haven't put it on YouTube yet, but it was Class 170 after Class 170. And William says he runs O scale. Very nice. I'd love to do some O scale, and I'd love to have a garden to put like an O scale railway in or a G scale railway in. Unfortunately, my garden is really on quite a slope, so it would have to have a lot of engineering works to put one in. To be honest, I don't have time at the moment. Timber says, there's no point in counting rivets, the number will always be wrong. Yeah. Oh, as Brian says, the train set shop, we will buy your locos and rolling stock. So there you go. Contact Brian and see if you can arrange something there. Or by any chance, what are you selling, Tim? I think it was Tim who was selling something, wasn't it? You might get a buyer on here. That's altogether bigger, and you're right, there's not much O in the UK. No, that's true. Is there much difference between Irish and UK trains? The Irish gauge is 5'3", and the loading gauge obviously is different as well. And UK trains are 4'8.5", and so have a different loading gauge. So on the island of Ireland, north and south, it's 5'3". On the UK, Scotland, Wales, England, is 4'8.5". Is the gauge of the track. So that would be the main difference between the railways in the UK and in Ireland, which is quite a big difference, I suppose, when you think about it. But the models I'm using here, they're all 00 gauge scale. So obviously the wheelbase is way out for this track, because really it should be, I think for UK it should be 18 mil, the gauge of the track, and I think for Irish it should be 19 point something mil, I think. So if it was going to be true scale. But like with a few bits of model railways, it can all be just a little bit of a fudge. If Lima had pushed O a bit harder, we'd have a lot of cheap modern image content on low, as Hornby would have had acquired the tooling. I don't know who got the Lima O tooling. Oh. Buff Gandhi, Andy, good evening. How are you doing, sir? You keeping well? Try Jack Daniels and Dr. Pepper. Ooh. That's something I haven't tried. Like I do like a bit of Irish whiskey. Jameson Crusted 10 would be my whiskey of choice. I've never actually tried it with, I've tried it with Coke and lemonade and stuff. Usually I just drink it straight. But yeah, maybe a Dr. Pepper and, I'll try that. Kieran says, last time I filmed the Robin Hood line 57305 and 69009 went through with 2 barrier coaches. Oh. The Urban Outsider, that's Nick from Rule 1. Good evening, Nick. How are you doing? Hi, all. Anybody be at the Cork Model Show this Sunday? I won't be, because it's a bit far to travel, because I'm at the show in Omagh on Saturday, and then logistically, I just can't do it. Bring back big trains. Hot Dog Pan Andy says to William Colonna, the full-size track are different gauges, but the models use 00 HO track. Yeah. He posted his own take on it today, Iron Horse Railways. Yeah, he put I haven't watched that video yet, but it's up. So do check out Iron Horse Railways. He's, past few weeks now, he's been doing a live stream Wednesday at 7 o'clock. He is quite good. I do enjoy Craig, Iron Horse. And I've seen he put a clip, post up today, someone compared him to Sam's Trains. We do have O gauge, but it's all 2 rail DC, yeah. And go easy on the Dr. Pepper. Yes, just a hint, just to discolour it slightly. Geez, that social media site is slow, isn't it? I presume it's because he set it up and it's probably not got the bandwidth. He's probably not paying for the bandwidth, because obviously he set it up. So maybe if it takes off and he can get sponsorship, he can then pay for better bandwidth on it. It's turned 8:30. Time for food chat. Is it 8:30? Oh God, it's gone 8:30. For anybody who's new here, after 8:30 we talk about food for some reason. So we talk about food on model railways. It started, I don't know, 6 or 7 months ago. For some reason, we all start talking about food after 8:30. So if anybody's new here and wondering what's going on, what's food chat, you can just tell everybody what you had for tea. Southern Trains Model Railway. Think if I finish the stations off on that line, it needs something interesting to pass through. Tim Scamander Model Railway. He's selling a Cavalex Class 60 DCC sound fitted. So, any takers? Simon says, I know something about New Zealand steam locos. They like to bury them in the ground for flood defences. Ironville, hello. Just back from A&E hospital. Eyelid swollen infection. Did I miss the food talk? Oh dear, Ironville. I hope you're all right. Get well soon, mate. That can't be nice. And then dig them up later out in the museum, yeah. Sadly, it's not often we get freight through on the bit between the Airwash Valley Line and Walk Shop, unless I've been reading RTT wrong. And 3'6" engine on the Festiniog. Yes, there is narrow gauge railways in Wales. Where else is there now? Well, there's the Isle of Man, of course, which is 3 foot gauge, and there's other narrow gauge railways scattered around the UK. The restoration on them were impressive. Been watching a channel I found recently called History in the Dark. Oh, very good. Grant Salisbury, good evening. How you doing? Hi, Mark. Hi. Oh, hope you're all keeping well. How are you doing, Flymo? Take care, all. So I spelt that wrong. What did you spell wrong? Is there any gauge that's true to scale? Well, you have P4, isn't it? Isn't that true to UK mainline? Or no, is that EM? And is P4 the Irish? There is somebody who builds true to scale for Irish and the UK. I forget what the scales are called. It might be EM for UK and P4 for Ireland. But it's a very niche bit in the hobby that people will actually build the track. And to be fair, Acura scale locos are designed to put the bigger wheel sets in them. So if you want to run them to the proper scale, you can. So they're the easier ones to convert. The Brandon Train Spotter UK, good evening, welcome to the stream, hope you're keeping well. P4EM, there we go. Brian, Tim, I'd be interested to see what TMC offer you. Okay. Richard Brown, hi Mark and everyone, currently misbehaving in the train room. You carry on misbehaving. Simon Trains Motorway J94, have to pick a right time moment like I did with the Heart of Wales line when I caught the class 950 at one of the stations. Not as much as I'd like, Brian, but it does mean I avoid the hassle of eBay. Tim, have a chat with Brian offline. You can contact him through the train set shop. Maybe he can do something better for you. Food chat, Morgan says sausages. Oh, hi, is it heading off? That's HH Express. Okay, hi, thanks for dropping in. As Brian says there, Tim, let me know and I will see if I can match it. So there you go. All right, I'm going to start whizzing through the chat a bit more so I can sort of catch up because I don't know how far behind. Rail Videos and I, heading off, folks. Take care, everyone. See you next Saturday in Bangor, Mark. Yeah, I'll see you there, Matthew. Take care. And Tim's dropped you a message, Brian. Arnville, thanks, Mark. Getting through with my one good eye. The other is a bit closed for now. It's resting. I'm having Morello cherry pie with double cream for my tea. Also having a cup of tea. Oh, very nice. Well, this evening I had a chicken burger with some wedges was for my tea. And one thing we did get when we were up in Belfast, where were we? Went into some shop anyway and got some clotted cream. So we had clotted cream and some nice fruit scones with jam when we got home. It's not very often you can find clotted cream around here. The Brandon Train Spotter UK, can anyone give me advice on what to add to my model railway layout? As in what is necessary and what can be added as extras? It's really up to you. I mean, it depends. What are you modeling a particular era, like time or place? Look up some pictures on Google some pictures of whatever railways you're modeling and see what they've got in the background. Whether it's on the station or in the countryside, and it's really that there's almost no limit. And there's so many people who do 3D printing of different bits and pieces now that you can get to enhance your model railway. Well, sexy is give iron a white stick. Chris, Valley 56 is in. Good evening, Chris. How are you doing? RDJ Train says, as I say there, it's totally rule one. Scenery, buildings, etc. are all totally your choice, mate. But look at some of the channels on here for ideas. Yeah. Slimer says, P4 gauge and scale, and there's EM as well. I take my hat off to those folks making their own track to fit. Yeah, I could not be doing that, making track. No. As Maura says, Brandon, whatever you want to add, it's your choice. Yeah, there you go. EM is 18 millimeters. Right, okay. Absolutely, Rob. YouTube channels are a good source of inspiration. Yeah. I was asking because I think I might be going over the top of my designs. What I would say when you're building a model railway is do all the track work, and then before you do anything else, have a good play with it. One, to make sure all the track works, and to make sure it plays the way you want to. It works. Because what looks on paper mightn't necessarily work when you're playing with it. So just bear that in mind. And then you might think, oh, actually I want to change this a bit now. And that's the time, because it's a lot easier to move track around before you've put any ballast down or scenery. Kieran says, a lot of buildings on my layout are a mix of new, second-hand, and scratch-built. Most of the buildings I had on my last layout have all been Metcalfe. Because they're fairly decent Metcalfe buildings, and you can customize them to a certain extent, and you can they're easy to swap out as well. My dad 3D prints me some station buildings and pieces. Mark, I'm sorry, but look at your phone. Oh. Oh, Brian. Right, Brian has just sent me pictures of a 158. Two questions, Brian. Does it have a chip fitted? And if it doesn't, what chip does it need? Is it 8-pin, 21-pin? Clotted cream, where was that? Sawyer's? No, I think we got it in Marks and Spencer's. RGJ Train says to Brandon the Train Spotter UK, are you happy with it? That's the main thing. That's it, exactly. As far as 3D printing is concerned, there's a lot of websites that you can go out there and you can buy files like that you can print stuff off. Like I've got a little re-railer here for the 00, which is actually, it's an N gauge, but of course 009 is on N gauge. That was printed off. There's a little station here. A little halt. That was on a website somewhere. Download the file and print it off. Walls, all sorts of things. And then there's a lot of people who print stuff off to sell. You got West Hill Wagon Works. I don't know, the person I've used a lot in previous is Jeff at Scenic 3D. I don't know if he's still doing stuff, what the story is. And also you got Timber Surf on here as well. He does a bit of 3D printing for people. There's loads of stuff you can get out there. Oranville, clotted cream, yum. I made a mistake once and ordered clotted cream and cheese scones. It actually tasted wonderful. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Wolf Success. Timber Surf does 3D stuff as well, yeah. Hand laying track sounds tedious, yeah. As Kieran says, I'm currently printing a double tunnel portal. Yeah, I've got printed tunnel portals on here. Who did you say gave me a white stick? I can't see them. I wouldn't have thought it would get bought into preservation, just sold on to another, possibly turned into a passenger car vehicle or scrapped. Brian is sending park porn. Yes, train porn, model railway porn. Pictures of a naked Class 158. My dad has recently 3D printed me 2 different Goathland stations, Northshire Moors Railway. Okay. Great, comes with a station. There's a couple of sites there, Thingiverse, Colts3D.com. Charlie, been taken out for dinner to my 5 Italian restaurant. Great, catch you later. Enjoy your meal, Charlie, and again, happy birthday. Hope you enjoy your evening. Damn, they weren't live 2 secs. All right. There's a lot of trains I want. Unfortunately, I can't afford them right now. Yeah, you and me both. Used both of them already. There's another one, printables.com. Just ask Mark. Colts 3D. Oh, they're all coming up now. Anyone heard what they're going to do to the Scotch Rail HSTs in 27-28? Also, Hornby are making a 00 gauge announcement next week, aren't they? Anybody got any theories what that could be? Oh, have I caught up with the chat at last? Or is it just frozen? Arnville, I bought a 00 and 009 re-railer, a great idea for me, not great eyesight now, and a shaky hand. However, my 10-pin bowling scores are shooting up. Weird, I know. Arnville, that reminds me. 10-pin bowling. Maybe you can answer this question for me. Was playing at the weekend. I'm no good. Have to have the bumpers up. But when you're looking at the scoring and it's got a circle around the number, what does that mean? As Will said, Brandon, just remember, rule 1, it's your layout, you can do what you like. Exactly. If you buy the Loco mark, does that mean you'll be camping out in the garden in your new tent? Fresno Jason, good evening, Jason. How you doing, sir? Well, welcome to the stream. I didn't even know Hornby were doing an announcement next week. Yeah, the 24th, I think. They said they got a 00 gauge. 00 gauge. 00 gauge layout. Notice. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's have a drink. Let's pause. Yes, Hornby are making some sort of announcement for double O gauge next, I think they said the 24th, what's that, next Tuesday? I'm returning. For the Hornby announcement, someone said, some old moans refurnished and spam cam variants, cynically. Fresno Jason doing well, getting content finally started to flow. Lair is well at hand now and running well. Very good to hear. Rule number 2, show it to us on YouTube. Ah dear, let's see now. Sean McGurry 9765. Well, Mark, what's the crack? How you doing, Sean? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're keeping well. It's a very good rule to have. The Brandon Transporter UK, apparently they are replacing ScotRail Class 43s with 222s in 2028, and Intercity 2 are replaced by the Class 897s in 2028. Yeah. I may have created a beast in getting my 4-year-old into the hobby. She comes in every day now wanting to run her skin, even if I'm test running things to run at 170 miles per hour. Yes, they do that. I remember when my kids were younger, they loved coming into the attic with me, but they didn't like climbing up the ladder and getting to, well, once they were up there, they're great fun, and then they didn't like to have to go back down the ladder. But I got some nice photos of us all up in the attic playing trains. They don't come near it now. They're all grown up. Kieran says, maybe the turbomotive, but when it was redone into conventional core plus hybrid. Rule number 1 is the best rule. I heard some people giving out about Rule 1 and saying it was a cop-out for not doing proper modelling. And again, Rule 1 is just do what you want, do what makes you happy. If you enjoy it and you love it, just do it that way. Don't let other people shout you down and go, oh, we wouldn't do it like that. Oh no, that never ran with that. Just run what you want, build what you want, and enjoy the hobby. I'm doing the rivet counters. Great band. 10 bin bowling. Circle means split. That is when the pins left standing are separate. That is a pin gap between them or more. Right, okay, thank you. I thought that's what it meant, but I wasn't sure. And anyway, when you've got a split like that, how the hell do you get both pins down? However, if the head pin is still standing and say a 10 pin in the corner, it's not a split. All right, okay. Rivet counters anonymous. To me, Rule 1 is the only rule. Don't like it, don't look or watch. Yep. Rule 1 is rivet free. I do have things I'm a stickler on, but only for myself. I think I may run an electric overhead Class 87 on my branch line. Hey, I sometimes have Irish trains and UK trains running around on the layout. That drives some people mad. Well, they're different gauges. How would they run together? like I keep saying, rivet counters can count as many rivets on my locomotive as they can. I just count their girlfriends. There's this one guy with no videos that says that if you run tight curves and non-protocol speeds on the layout, it's busy and filled with track. It's not a model railway, it's a Rabbit's 10. I can have the 158 ready for crew mark. You're a hard salesman, do you know that? Okay, it's after 8:30, a serious question. Cream tea, after the best butter spread on plain cones, is it Rhoda's clotted cream or jam next? Which is first? Well, I always like to put the clotted cream on and then the jam on top. So open that to discussion. He also says to bash the layers apart with a hammer and start over. Whatever. Fresno Jason, I have different things as well. I am primarily US but have a growing Japanese fleet and I am totally fine with it. Yep. Tom says I have US, German and UK locos in the same box. Now, Brandon Train Spotter has subbed to Kieran J98. There'll be always those folk, Raymond, to which we say boo. Ironville, when you get a split, you have to be very controlled to hit a pin in the correct side to bounce it, to take the other pins out. And you need loads of practice, especially in throw fingertip. I don't know if you heard my first car in Ironville. I have the bumpers up. Okay? It goes down, plus the fact, this particular place I was playing at, there was quite a wave in the floor where it's obviously warped, so you had to play with that as well. And it was the pins that are on strings, so they get lifted up. But it was a great day out. It was me, the missus and the kids and everything, and we had great fun, which was the main thing. I'm not trying to be a super bowler here. Yeah, and let's not forget our friends from Sodor. My 4-year-old loves them too. Yeah, great for getting kids into model railways. Chris Valley 56. I've built the Class 37 with mineral wagons trains. That was in the photo I have from Feb 2nd, 1968 at Newport, including the head code. How's that for rivet counting? Cream then jam for me. Hollywood just have jam, says John. Okay. Oh, Cornwall or Devon? Yeah, seriously, pick one you want and I'll have a put by for you. Okay, I'll have a look at the photos again, Brian, and I'll let you know. David Green, jam and cream on top. Oh, controversial. Oh, Brian says jam, then cream. Much less mess. Oh. And Tom says what? No cheese. And Flyman's put the link up there for the Donegal Railway Heritage Centre Facebook page. Do give that a follow, please, guys. Brian says Cornwall all the way. And Kieran says thank you to the Brandon Train Spotter UK. Ironville, I usually throw a fingertip drilled ball to curve it into the pocket of the 10 pins. Gives more action to crash into the others, so I use a straight plastic ball for taking out spares. That all sounds very technical and complicated to me, Aaron. Flymo cheese, scone. What? You didn't hear Rita's comment earlier on, Flymo, where Tom, I presume it was Tom, had ordered clotted cream and didn't realise he ordered cheese scones. Or was that somebody else? It might have been someone else. Family AC, SN7 and Ross, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're keeping well. Devon are warped for putting the jam on top. Oh, you see, I've started some controversy now whether the jam or cream goes on first on scones. Never mind, let's go into is it scones or scones. 10-pin is more my skill than model railways. Oh well, practice everything is needed. Cream, jam, but where does the burger go? Cream and jam are too much wet stuff in pastry. Just butter on me some crumpets. Oh yeah, crumpets with hot crumpets with butter melted over it so it all goes into the little holes. By the way, anybody who's we do talk about trains as well. We're not always just talking about food and having arguments over jam or cream first on scones. As far as it says, enjoying the warm Ross, hoping you did yourselves. Someone trains. Did Bachmann do an Irish version of the Class 158? Yes, there was a DMU that looked very much like a 158, but wasn't a 158 that ran on the Irish rail. And if you want to get one of those, they are available, but again, they are ridiculously priced. Might be someone selling them when I'm up at Bangor. If there is, and I remember, I'll take a photo and send it to you. Scones are rule one also. Flymer says, I had some homemade scones with cream and jam in the middle. Cream inside a pasty is already too liquidy as sorts of cream, yeah. Chocolate chip scones. I've never had chocolate chip scones. Then there's scone, scown and scoon. Smoke me a kipper, I'll be home for breakfast. Scones are the US rough equivalent of biscuits. Yes, because I had that when I was in the States. Gravy and biscuits, or biscuits and gravy. Ross has got a new Class 66 Freightliner. Oh, very nice. Strawberry jam on cheese, anyone? Do you know what I did like for a while, sandwich-wise, was cheese, strawberry jam, and peanut butter. There was something about the three of those together that just really, I mean, how about everyone try my mistake? Clotted cream on cheese scones. Oh, it was you, Arnville, who said it. Clotted cream on cheese scones in a couple of weeks. Let me know if you like it. I know, I'm sorry, not a Motorway challenge. You're missing out on the chocolate eclair. See, on my biscuits, butter then jam. It's like Shrewsbury. Or drowning in gravy. Raymond says, I do like a chocolate eclair if they don't overdo the cream. I like to, because sometimes you get eclairs and they've been overdone and they're just that little burnt texture to them. Simon Trains Monorail. I'm interested in scones. They have scones in my mouth. I'm eating them. They're scone in seconds. Oh dear. Flymer says, I've never smoked kippers. Players Navy cut, but not kippers. Do you want some toast? I'm holding up my lip. Mark, yuck. You gotta try it, Maura. It's lovely. Burnt eclairs are the worst yet. The fastest cake in the world, scone. I know they had a single rail car similar to the Class 141 Pacer in Ireland, but I think it's now in Wales or somewhere. I think there were still some of them running, and it does look like a 156, 158, but obviously with slight differences. Arnville, oh, I love a chocolate eclair, but it's got to be fresh cream. Hate the plastic false cream. What do you think? Yes, I don't like the plastic false cream, although I do like the fresh cream to be sweetened slightly. Oh, Ross is off already. Take care, Ross. Catch you again. Burnt eclairs. Ooh. Squirting foods can be fun to watch. Depends on which end it comes out. Raymond. My last scone was spotted in Wales, but it absconded. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. So anyway, this weekend, I'll say I'm at a show on Saturday, and it's Mrs. birthday, so we'll probably be going out or having a takeaway or something Saturday evening. So I won't get much done on this over the weekend, if anything at all. I am going to try and get the video finished on the lighting in this, and if you see the video on the repair to the Azuma, you know I didn't get this done. So I'm trying to get that out tomorrow. And as I said, remember next week I'm going to be on from 7 to 8, and then Rob and Grace will be on afterwards from 8 to whenever they finish. Because unfortunately we couldn't swap, because that weekend I'm up in Bangor at the train show, and I don't think you guys would be interested in a live stream from the premiere in Bangor. Yeah, that white sticky stuff gets over. It has to be RTJ trains. It really takes it down to that level, you know, way down. I think that was LEV3, that pacer. Paul slapped Brian. What about the roads, Mark? What, the roads that I done last week's disastrous video? And that's mulling over in the back of my brain what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the house in here, do the lighting on it, then put the house in place and do the gardens, and then do a bit of the scenic work around here, and then see how the roads look all together. I might just repaint it just a light grey and just put the road markers and everything on it, because I've done it before and it looked great, but this time it just hasn't worked out. Again, I think it's because I was rushing it and trying to get the video done, and it just didn't flow. Happy birthday for Becky for Saturday. Thanks very much, guys. Mark, we'll do later, mate. You do your usual. No, it's fine. I'll do 7 to 8. Because when you guys are on, I could be watching you in here, and I could be working on this, and they think I'm doing my live stream. See? J94, Simon Trades Motorway. Yes, someone tried repatriating the single carburetor that was in the States, but it got scrapped before they had a chance to buy it. Huh. And thank you, Flamo. Ironville, I had a lady friend many years ago said, come around for homemade strawberry jam scones and clotted cream. Went over, she had cooked the scones and jammed together. Just gave me the clotted cream. No, jam was burnt a bit. I smiled. Didn't know about the pace of the States. Looks good with the fire engine. Yeah, the one thing that strikes me with the fire engine is, where are we? So you got the fire engine there, which is 00, but when you have, which is a VW van. They're supposed to be the same scale, but it just looks really small. I know fire engines are big, but I don't think those are quite 00 gauge, so they're just there for picture. But that, to me, just looks like they're both, I think they're both Oxford. Yeah, they're both Oxford. It just seems a bit off to me. Did I hear Hyacinth? Simon didn't know something on this day in 2026. No, kindly for taste. Can see you sitting in there talking to yourself while modelling next week. Oh yes. Okay, good. There's a link for John and Holly's channel, Summer Breeze Model Railway. Do click on it and hit the like and watch a few of their videos. Kieran's saying, I meant they had a couple of Class 142 Pacers in Canada for a bit, but I think one got involved in collision. So did the Pacers actually get exported? That was 142049 that went to Canada for a show in '86. Huh. There's Tim's channel, Scampton Model Railway. Flyman was putting all the links in there, so do check out all these links, all the channels that are putting in there, and subscribe to them. To change the fire engine is usually at least twice the size of a normal car and many times the weight. To be fair, Mark, I work in the fire service. The vans next to a standard fire engine are smaller. All right, okay. It's just, to me, it looked a bit odd when you look at some of the lorries. And I've got a Coke lorry as well, and that seemed to be, it just, you know, sometimes with modelling, you have everything the right scale, but when you look at it, that doesn't look right. So you got to have, you know, mess around sometimes with things, just make it look right. Class 142 with ditch light seems weird to me, yeah. Anyhow, let's get serious. For strawberry jam, scones and clotted cream, definitely for me, clotted cream first and a dollop of jam falls into the cream, yay. Yeah, I agree with you there. Clive, New Inn Railway, good evening Clive, how are you doing? With his train station look in the window. Oh, and don't model railway with jam, scones and clotted cream. Turns to a mess for me. Oh, excuse me. There's Valley 56 link from Flymo. Again, check out all these links that Flymo's putting up. Subscribe to them. They're all excellent channels. I've got Brains Brewery lorry that's supposed to be 176 but looks enormous. I have an RAC transit van. I'll put it next to the fire engine on my layout to see if it looks odd. Hang on. It just so happens that my box of vehicles is here. Eddie Stobart, 176. See, that doesn't look too bad. Hang on, I've got a transit in here somewhere. Yeah, I suppose when you put the transit next to it, actually, yeah, that looks right. Maybe this is just Like I know it's the old VW van. Were they really that small? Because it's definitely not N gauge, because it's too big for N gauge. But yeah, putting the other vehicles beside it, they look, yeah, looks better. It's just that one looks a bit odd, so maybe that won't go on the layout. Maybe I've just answered my own question. Yeah, because there's the Coke lorry. See, to me that looks a little bit too big. Anyway, when I put them on the layout, if they don't look right, they won't go on. Yeah, hang on, all the chat jumped away while I was chatting. I see. The Brandon Transporter UK is still here, in case anybody was wondering. There's Digger's channel. And Kieran and Simon are having a great chat about locos and pacers and things. So that, you know, we'll leave them to their devices. Don't spill the jelly on the trains and you'll be fine. RGJ trains, we've got a couple of normal fire engines from Dad's era plus the Green Goddess. Yeah. Zombie Beer Factory. Here's the one I made earlier. For instance, they were actually quite small. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. You have to use the word transit these days. Coming in a tranny these days, all different meaning. There we go again. RGJ trains, just bringing it down to a different level. Flymo, I've got the 176 Coca-Cola Transit and a 184 Coca-Cola VW Sprinter. Collector's items still in their boxes. Oh, really? I got that because this is the Coca-Cola Transit, which you might notice there's snow on it because this goes on to the Christmas layout. If it's not Oxford diecast, it's probably HO. No, they're all Oxford. For instance, at 6'3" or so, I easily look over the top. Some breeze motor, all right. Rob, had a thought the other day. Have you considered getting a nameplate for one of your locos as a tribute to your dad? That would be very nice, yes. As I know, we've done that in the past for modelers who have passed away, for Bernie Walker, Jason and a few others named their locos. So that's a huge truck. Well, the truck is still on its base, yeah. No, mate, Dad is all about the fire station, mate. Totally dedicated to him. Fair enough. So I'm going to test the science now. Marcus got me intrigued. I just missed grabbing a Coca-Cola Plaxton coach at the last Perth show I was at. It was there, and when I went for a cuppa and food, it was gone when I came back. Oh. A brilliant idea, Rob, says John and Holly. Models always look bigger on their base, yeah. Of course, would you expect anything else? And you know it's Rob typing. Lima coaches with their huge flanges also look overscale a bit. They do improve when you replace the wheels with 36 semi-scale wheels. Yeah. Smut just smut. One more. I think you said you might be going to have a Weisman or Fowler system or not. I'm getting old, so I can't remember. I think I did mention I was thinking about it, but there's nowhere to really put it on this layout. So I probably won't do it on this one. I think whenever I build my next layout, which will hopefully be a permanent layout in the room downstairs, which is the same footprint as this, going all around the outside, I'll probably put a Fowler system or a Weissman system in there. Talk about it yourself that too, Brian. Valley 66, Raymond, my Lima HT coaches are scale length and look much better than the Hornby short ones. I put metal wheels on them and they run very freely. Yeah, you've got the Lima HST loco coaches, which are the scale length, but then you had the ones that came in like the Hornby HST train sets. They're not proper length Mark III coaches, which was getting me very confused when I had coaches. And I was like, well, these are both Mark IIIs. Why are they different lengths? Is this one a Mark IV? Because they're longer. And then I had Mark IVs, which were longer again. I was like, what's going on here? And then it was then, I looked into it and thought, right, the ones that come in the set are shorter. Brian said, I named my class 45 Bernie Walker. Yeah. Flymer's having problems with his ISP. Picking on me tonight. Ooh. Yeah, it was a brilliant tribute to Bernie. I do miss him, actually. You know, every so often I do think of him as live streams and that, and it was just a great place to meet up. Chris Valley 56, I named my Freightliner Class 66 Bernie Walker 2, yeah. RTG Trains, if anyone is easily offended, then block us and the mods could delete our comments too. You could just delete yourself, you're a mod, so, you know, work away. Yeah, Jason has the 66 with his name on it because I think that was the one, it's a DB Schenker, isn't it, that Bernie sent to him as a joke. Because we all know Brian loves DCC and Jason loves DB Schenker. And class 45 was the one he gave me. Yeah, I've got a class 55 Deltic here, which I won in one of his competitions here. And I've got a wagon somewhere as well, still in its box. I haven't taken it out. Ironville, Rob, how are you going to stream Saturday night 8 p.m? Yeah, I think RTJ Trains is on this Saturday 8 p.m. It's next week. They won't be on Saturday. They'll be on the Thursday after me. Chris says the Class 66 is the one he gave him. What about the ones that aren't easily offended, Rob? I'm still alive, Mark. Sorry, Brian, yeah. David Green, I have a Mark III coach by French company GF, which looks good and has smaller wheels. Yes, I've got some of them somewhere. I bought them ages ago because I was going to paint them up for Irish coaches, and they do have smaller wheels on them. I used to remember hearing about Bernie going to KFC late at night to get some free chicken. Ooh, there's an idea. Grace can block Rob, knock him unconscious. Deleting yourself on YouTube will get your account banned. Oh yes, I forgot, deleting has a different meaning. So you can't say certain words, so they use different words. Bernie was a one-off, he certainly was, yeah. RGJ Train says, yeah, we'll be live Saturday. Next Saturday, maybe just a short stream. But if Grace does that, who do we get to pick on during the Saturday Night Lives? There's Timbersurf's link for his great website, loads of useful information on there. And Timbersurf as well does some great videos on little bits of information from model railways. I've referenced him a lot of times when I'm trying to do stuff. Yeah, Energy Train, Summer Breeze, Model Railway. Thanks, mate. Love you too. Before you invest in faller or car motion, have a look at the function band system. It's next level DCC system. Yeah. The Bringzoid just moved to Derry. Can't wait to stop by the museum. Were you it was you that was messaging about the club? If it was you, and you're in Derry, well, there is a club in Derry. There's the Full Road Club in Derry, and if you get in touch with Martin, who's in the Foyleside Museum in Derry, he'd probably love to hear from you and look for some help. No problem, Timbers. Harnville, ah, bless. Grace will always be our purple princess. When I met Bernie, he was bragging he got a phone number for the woman behind the bar. I met Bernie at Worley. It was an open day. That's where I met him. We just got chatting. He was so easy to talk to. Seen new one today has higher detection of the vehicles don't hit each other. Issues I have with the Mark IIIs that came with my old HSC train pack. I've no idea if it's the short Mark IIIs or the same size as newer ones. The set is from 2009-ish. Yeah. Yes, it was you. Well, if you're on Facebook, join, follow the Donegal Model Railway Club Facebook page, and you can message me on that. So then I can swap details instead of doing it over YouTube, which is not very secure. And if you want to come to the club some Tuesday night, just let me know. Siren Trains won't be around next week. Be marked safe from my puns. Be around for Anti-Dodge Livestream, who will be on 7 p.m. UK and Europe time, not 8 p.m. Then won't be around in live streams for a while. Oh, good. We can all talk about Simon next week. He's not going to be here. Yes, with the new Acura Style Darks, there was a few fun competitions with Bernie. Yes, there was. Timber Surf, I bought the blue and grey carriages, but realised they were HO. May have been Lima or Olaf. Sold them on quickly. Values 56. Bernie got me into diesels before I got the 60. I had none. Now I have 70 odd. Wow. Who won the bag of coal from Bernie? Are you going to the NEC show in April, Mark? No, I'm not. The only show I am going over for is Crew. I'll be there for Crew. I have no other plans to go over for Worley or the Great Electric Train Show. Though I do plan to go over to the UK, maybe going camping over the summer. So I'll be keeping an eye out what shows are around wherever I'm camping and go to some local shows. And Flymo's put up the link there for the Donegal Model Railway Facebook page. So if you click on that and give that a follow. And Simon's put it up as well. Thank you, Simon. Digger says, wow, Chris, that's a lot. Yeah, it is a lot. And Simon Trains, anyone who's at Ali Pali on Saturday, I'll see you there, and whoever at Motherwell Scotland a week later, I'll see you there. Imagine if the UK had embraced HO instead of 00. Well, that all goes back to the size of the motors or something. To get them to fit, they went for 00 instead of HO. I think that would have been ideal, but the Brits just have to be different. Brian, where are you camping, Mark? In a tent. I've no idea. I'm going to get the ferry over. Possibly putting the tent up in Robin Grace's back garden. No, there's a couple of campsites around there I've been looking at. Basically, I have no plan. I'll have a date I'm coming in on the ferry and a date I'm going back on the ferry. The only thing I really want to do is get over to York to see the National Railway Museum. Other than that, I don't really have any plans. It's just going to be a case of bringing daughter and son with me, and we're just going to tour about and have some fun, because the daughter that's coming with me, she is heading off to live in London at the end of the summer, so it's just a little trip, fun trip with her around. Make some memories, as they say. Someone spotted me at Greg's this morning on my way to work. Why are they putting Motherwell Scotland a week after Ali Pali? Well, Motherwell Scotland is usually in February, but for whatever reason, whatever it was, it's at the end of March this year. Big meet up in Wales to gate crash Mark's holiday. As I say, I went and bought a brand new 4-person tent and get all my other camping gear out, get that all sorted out over the next couple of months, and I'm hoping last 2 weeks in July or the last week of July, first week of August, sometime around then. It's their 60th anniversary, which is why they're doing it as a one-off. Ah, right, okay. Hard work for traders going to both shows. Yeah. Oh, it's got way past 9:30 now. Right, I'm going to start finishing up the stream now, guys. Oh, tomorrow's in the UK, the first week of August. Is that when you're going to do your little journey on the Severn Valley? Yeah. If you are, let me know, and let me know the dates, and if we can meet up over there, all the better. Because I would like to go to the Severn Valley Railway, because I've never been to that one. Anyway, I'm going to finish up now, guys. There'll be some sort of video out this week, out for channel members, hopefully tomorrow morning, and then for everybody else, tomorrow evening or Saturday. I'll be at the train show in Omagh on Saturday. That's the Ernst Model Railway Club. And then the following weekend, I will be at the North Down Model Railway Society show in Bangor, Northern Ireland. I'll be there both days. And I'll be back next Thursday at 7 o'clock for an hour or so, and then let RGJ Trains take over. So thanks as always for tuning in. It's great shooting the breeze with you guys in the evening on a Thursday evening, catching up with everybody, seeing what everybody's been at. And thanks for tuning in, thanks for subscribing, hitting the like button, all that jazz. And I will see. Oh, Martin O'Keefe, I see you there. Hello and goodbye. I didn't see you earlier on. And anyone else who's lurking in the background, thanks for tuning in and watching, and I will catch you all next week. And enjoy your modelling over the weekend if you're doing any, or if you're going to shows, enjoy that. And as I say, I will catch you all next week. So it's goodbye from me.